Science oven, science oven, cooking with air in the science oven, science oven, science oven, cooking with heat in the science oven, air, heat in the science oven, no hypertension with the science oven.
Bon appetito. Enjoy. Fabulous. Buongiorno. This is Bon Appetito with your host, Will O'Loughlin. We are experiencing quite a rainstorm here in Southern California today, so I thought it would be a terrific day, despite very little sun peeking through the windows, to go ahead and shoot an episode. So today we're going to make a steak sandwich. This is super simple to make and actually quite quick. It starts with, of course, a decent piece of meat. Here's a 16-ounce boneless ribeye I got from Ralph's. It says great on the grill. However, you know that's not what we're doing today. We're doing the science oven right over here. So stay tuned and we'll get started right away. Of course, the first thing we want to do right away is go ahead and get our science oven preheated. So you can simply tap the preheat key, which I've done here, and then the play button right over yonder. It'll give you 5 minutes at 400 degrees. It'll be nice and hot and ready for action. Okay, you can hear our science oven preheating in the background. Here is our boneless ribeye, not a bad looking piece of meat. Now, you might already have a plan for seasoning, but really I'm going to keep it simple, which is just a little salt and pepper. I'll do both sides and call it good. Okay, our science oven is completely preheated, so let's go ahead and lay the meat in very carefully. We'll hear it sizzle just a little bit. One thing I do want to tell you though, cooking meat in the science oven, it will look quite a bit different than it does when you're grilling it outside. Now I grill probably 60 days out of the year at least, so pretty familiar with all the procedures, steps, and dishes, and whatever you can possibly think of cooking outside, especially with propane these days. But nevertheless, don't let that deter you. It will still do a terrific job of cooking this piece of meat, and it'll turn out quite delicious. So we're going to go ahead and put it into the science oven right now. All right, we are going to go ahead and tap on the steak button. 400 degrees for 6 minutes, and then we'll tap the play. And we'll be back in about 6 minutes to take a look at it. All right, so it appears to be finished, so let's go ahead and take it out. You can hear it sizzling quite a bit. We all know the right thing to do, which is to let this meat rest. Oh yes, oh yes. Oh, let's call it for 5 minutes. We've talked about this before. The rain is still coming down here over the holidays in Southern California. Just wanted to have a quick word about the recipe book that comes with our science oven. In this particular recipe, they had quite an interesting sauce that went along with it that included such things as shallots, chives, sour cream, horseradish, etc., etc. It was delicious. It was like as I said, the triad of onionness. So if you didn't like onions, it was probably driving down the wrong road. But nevertheless, on this particular day, we're not going to do that at all. So you can, once it's ready, of course, you can put anything on it that you would normally put on a steak. Some people put nothing, and that is perfectly okay. Okay, looking good. So listen, I've got some very, very small multi-grain buns here. This is almost like having sliders for me. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and load them up a little. And very good. I want to take, you can put anything you want on there or nothing if you so desire. I like just a dot of steak sauce. The risk of losing all credibility, I happen to love it. And then let's take a little bit of baby arugula. Put that right on there. Dress it as so. All right. So here it is, folks. A pretty good looking little steak sandwich. This has been Bon Appetito with Will O'Loughlin. A couple of notes before we get out of here. One is, I didn't tell you how long to cook your meat. Now, why would that be? Because there's a few things that are variable, and that could be the weight of the meat and the thickness of the meat, and also how would you like it done. Okay, so what you have to do, and we've said this before with some frequency, you're just going to have to keep an eye on it, right? As it's cooking, and make sure it lands wherever you would like it to land. I'm a medium-ish guy. I definitely don't like to go too much lower if possible. I'm okay going a little higher. And then the other thing is, unrelated completely, and it's only ironic that I'm holding a nice big steak or a small steak sandwich as I say this. January is going to be our veggie challenge. And so we are going to be cooking vegetables all month. This was my cousin's idea, and I appreciate it. We're not going to cook potatoes at all because we've already done quite a few potatoes. So we'll have all kinds of other things, including tofu, which I have a splendid recipe for that we can make right here in the Science Oven, and you'll love it. So thanks for joining me. Happy holidays to everyone. I'm going to sit down and dig into this, and I hope you have the chance to do the same very soon. Bye-bye.